Today is a beautiful day to be packing for car shoots.
Now pay no mind to how dirty all the rest of this is. We don't need to focus on that. What we're focusing on is this beautiful Peter McKinnon nomadic bag and how I'm gonna fit all of my gear inside of it.
Now, packing for gear shoots for me is always kind of interesting because I am a big proponent of the idea that less is more. If I don't need a piece of gear or equipment, I just don't bring it. So my bag is usually pretty slim. That being said, we have to start with the Sony FX3, which is my main shooting camera, my favorite video camera that has ever existed. I paired that with the 16 to 35mm G Master from Sony. This is my favorite combo for the types of videos I shoot because I can shoot really clean 4K 60 at wide to be able to stabilize and crop that footage in post-production. Perfect camera setup if you're looking to get into that range. And then we have the main powerhouse of the style of videos I shoot, which is going to be the gimbal. This, I always shoot on the RS3 Mini, which is funny. A lot of people think that I'm shooting on a bigger gimbal, but I prefer to have something that is tiny, that fits in my camera bag, and that barely supports the FX3 and my 16 to 35, but makes it really easy for me to be able to hold this with the camera and not get fatigued or anything like that. I can run and gun with this, and it is my favorite gimbal that DJI has ever released. I even like the RS3 Mini more than the RS4 Mini, but that's just my personal preference. Then I have this bag from Nomadic where I keep all of my SSD cards and all of my CF Express cards for when I go and edit on the go. Then of course we have to be able to charge the camera. I really love this battery charger from Tilta because I can throw in 4 of my Sony batteries, plug in a USB-C cable to it, and run them on the go. Super convenient, super lightweight, and just fits right into a slot on my camera. And the way that I like to charge my camera, batteries, gimbal, and everything on the go is with V-mounts.
Then obviously I've got some miscellaneous things like USB-C cables to charge things and a little tool to be able to unhook all of my accessories, extra covers for the cameras. Other than that, this is really how slim I pack my bag. I like to be able to have space so that I can throw in a hoodie or a jacket or something like that while I'm on the go. And this is really as simple as this. I don't want to overcomplicate my gear. I only take what's needed to film for the shoot.
And now that I've gotten all of this stuff packed, I'm going on a road trip.
Caffeine is an unfortunate necessity of this lifestyle.
What?
Sweet.
It's not like I have
Even if you did.
I don't know, but we're looking up.
All right, finally pulled up to shoot number 1 for the week, which is gonna be super sick. Justin is letting us shoot his car, which is gonna be dope. Good to meet you again. But here it is, we've got the Lotus Elise. This car stands out a lot more. Huracans, there's like a dime a dozen in Utah. Here, this guy's got the coolest car.
100%. It gets more attention than when I would drive my buddy's Huracans or Gallardos or whatever. More people look at this and it's more fun to drive, honestly.
This is gonna be cool. And we're shooting in conjunction with RZE watches. So shout out to Kirk and the homies for sending me this. Doing a shoot with this, the car, it's gonna be beautiful. Shooting everything like how I packed FX3, this camera, no filters or anything. This is the setup for doing all the crazy reels. Nothing more, nothing less. Gas stations are the best place to shoot vehicles ever because one, here we just have a beautiful view and it's really just set up nice. But as soon as the sun goes down, we have perfect down lighting when they turn these on, and it just looks good all the way to like 2, 3, 4 in the morning when pretty much everywhere else it's too dark to shoot unless you bring lighting. The lighting at gas stations looks amazing every time. I really love these wide establishing shots to just kind of really showcase where the subject is. This is my favorite shot of all time. You start on the back and then loop all the way onto the front. I'll play it on the video. And I kind of just eyeball and try and keep roughly the center of the car in the center of the frame. My goal with a shot like this is that I'm not really gonna stabilize it in post-production. I just want to be able to shoot this shot as smooth as possible so I can throw a 5% warp stabilizer on, get rid of a little bit of the foot jiggle from walking, but that's it. All of it's just shot in camera with no post work done to stabilize it.
The mountains are getting pink, bro.
That's the thing about Utah. I love Idaho where I live. It's a lot slower paced, but we definitely don't have mountain view like this. Which is really funny because the highway over there is called Mountain View Highway. Now, one of the nicest things about a car like this with the body kit is there are so many different points of contact on the car that I'm able to track. We have all the vents, we have the lights, we have all of the bolts for the body panel. It's so easy in post-production to be able to work with tracking and stuff when there's so much information visible on the car. FPV mode is my favorite mode with the gimbal because you have to be really good at your actual camera movements and thinking through like A, B, C shots. You know where you want to start and then you know where you want to come to, and you have to pre-plan all of those shots before you shoot because otherwise FPV can be a little bit tricky.
It's like you have to think about the edit before you even shoot. Like you have to know what the movements are so they don't actually line up.
I like it when my random ideas come to fruition and I look at it, I'm like, that sounded dumb in my head, but kind of cool. And I look at it, I'm like, yeah, that was pretty cool.
I've always wanted to do like a pass-through shot where it goes through both windows.
That'd be sick.
Like you do like a handoff on somebody else on the other side.
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, lights are on.
Now we got our lights. This is what I was talking about. Now we got top lighting. Everything's gonna look super sick. But it did happen mid-shoot, so now I have to switch my exposure to try and match everything we just shot, but should be fine. Dude, it looks so insane now. I'm actually gonna have to redo a bunch of my shots to match this because it looks way cooler with the lights. Now Justin gets a model for us while I get some actual lifestyle shots for the watch, and I've been branded by RZE, so now I'm permanently wearing the watch.
Dang, this is beautiful.
Money. That looks so good. When this is color graded.
Oh my gosh.
Holy.
That is so pretty sick.
I'm not gonna lie. So every once in a while, it's like I said before, I look at the camera and I'm like, man, that cool idea is actually a really cool idea. I love it when I have a shot like that. I shoot it a little bit tighter than 16. That was at 35 millimeters, and you get a really nice parallax effect, especially when you have the background as far out as this, where it creates a lot more movement that's actually happening.
Dude, I wasn't recording. That would have been so funny.
See the car, they see the car and women are like, it's a cool car. Then they see Benny and they're like, oh my goodness.
That's a cool Benny.
That is Benny.
That's crazy, bro. Yeah, just another day in the life, you know, just getting over.
Put your hand like right over top of it, just like that, yeah. And honestly, this shot, I'm not gonna try and do any crazy movement. We're just gonna get a 35 mil, boom, shot of the watch. Okay. That shot, and then honestly, that's it. The rest of it's gonna be easy. So we're done here.
It's a wrap.
That is a wrap. So from here, we have a few more car shoots before this video is done, but they are tomorrow and the following day. So we will see you then. And just like that, we are wrapped. Super sick. Dude, Justin, thanks again so much for letting me shoot the car.
Thank you.
It was legendary.
You made it
Good to
look
see you,
great.
Benny. We'll chat again. And one more look before we take off. And now on to day 2. So this is gonna be sick. We got our little HQ here shooting with Han, which is gonna be sick. And with Mike, we're shooting his M3, which is gonna be dope. Just picked that up recently.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap up and get on the road. Pulled up to the spot. We got a really sick gas station up there, but someone else is setting up for some other photo shoot. So we're waiting. Gonna do all of our roller shots first. I'm gonna get some gimbal, and then Han's doing the crazy handheld with the diopters.
Should be tight. This like
Little, what do you call it, a shank?
Yeah,
Prison
little
shank. I haven't had to wear a harness in forever, so we'll see if I can even get this thing untangled to fit in it. I think it looks pretty good. It's been so long since I've worn all of this, and it feels weird. I normally use the Alien Hydra. Hydra Alien's like the attached arm. It's the one that he had break, but he has the new one, not from Tilta, but from Movemax, and the Tilta one's good. We'll see if I can hear any of this with all the cars going by, but it should be interesting. First set of rollers down, we're trying to go super quick, but now we're rigging up. Han's gonna do handheld stuff, and cars are coming. Now, you guys might not like this, but now we're whipping the Tesla. Right now, Han and Mike are driving the M3 and getting interior and kind of the more raw handheld shots that we can throw in between the normal rollers. So I'm just going up to our meet spot to wait for them to get those. And after that, I think we're about done with rollers, and we're gonna go stop at that old rundown, old-fashioned gas station. And very excited to see how that looks once we get the sun down a little bit lower than we are right now. But it just looks gorgeous out here, almost like we're in a Lord of the Rings movie. It looks amazing out here right now.
dude, yeah, I was telling him. I was like, dude, if you just park right here, dude, even if you just go down this road, it'll look sick.
Yeah, this will be gorgeous. So what are we trying now?
I'm putting on the 7200 to get some of those detail shots. Then we're gonna put on the diopters to get those textures on those lights in the front end. So it'll look really sick, I promise.
I don't think I've ever seen someone use a 70-200 for rollers before.
Really? I'll be the first. So he has to be a little bit farther back, but you can see my hand movements, right? Okay, cool. So what I like about the 7200 too, with the 60-35, it's a little stable, but once you put on the 7200, any little movement can create those shakes that I really like, and it just amplifies it even more. It's mostly going to be on this 70, but then with the diopters, it's going to produce have them more of a
More pronounced like
yeah.
shakes and
the effect.
Yeah.
Because the 1635 is a little too wide, but once you put on the diopters with this, you definitely see it
more clear.
So like, see how like it creates some more of that blurriness? If you put it on the diopters, it creates that texture. See that? And we want all of that texture.
Yeah.
So, especially on the cars.
Looks sick. I've never really thought of using other glasses and diopters for things like that. I usually just add it all in post-production, but to shoot it in camera, I think is the way to go.
Yeah. Gets that post out of the way, you know?
Yeah. And it's just cooler to say you did it in camera.
It's true.
Now we need to get Han all rigged in.
How does this work?
So that just locks in there.
Oh,
nice and simple. And then turn around and I'll loop this through. So we get this one through this hook and then back into that corner.
Looks great.
And hopefully he won't fall out.
No, this will be on my head though, right?
Yeah, this thing was falling down on me before,
Okay.
so, which was annoying, but it is what it is. Alrighty, and I think we're done. How was that?
That was perfect, bro. Easy as pie.
Very nice. Stoked to see how that comes out. Now we gotta go way back down the road and see if we can find that gas station empty, hopefully.
Let me do one shot, actually. Since we're going back there anyway, let me get a drone shot. I'm actually gonna fly my drone, and we'll be on call. So can you drive, and I'll just operate the drone, and I'll just tell you what to do. Actually, no. I want you to be the only one. I don't want you to follow us. We'll stand farther back a little bit. How about that?
We can be behind him. We can have him go ahead, we'll fly, and then once you go down, then we'll come up behind you. I technically can't even do any drone stuff because I don't have a Part 107 for commercial, but this isn't commercial, is it? We're just having fun.
Yeah, we're just having fun.
And
That's how we
our drones are all lightweight.
Here we go.
We're gonna go crazy, so if we crash it, we have to go find it. No one's coming, so we're good for a second. Oh boy. Oh yeah, we're super low.
Yeah, it's really low.
Okay, about to go. I need to prioritize driving, so.
Yeah, I'll tell you when, okay?
We're still waiting for everyone to finish up over there. So we came over to this little abandoned gas station looking thing, and we're posted up. What's that? Looks better wide? Yeah, we'll come back wide and then show it off. Yeah, a Moco. Looks pretty dope. But we prefer that spot, but we're gonna wait for those guys, wait for the sun probably to go down. For now, we'll shoot right here. Nice little rundown little gas station. Sun's going down, so I didn't get too much of that, but now we get a direct mic out of here and go shoot over there. So, see if we can get him out of here without hitting some of these bumps. Come this way now. Actually, yeah, money. You're good to go straight. And keep coming. And we're good. No damage on the car today, which is surprising, but we made it. These clouds just look absolutely gorgeous. How do you feel about being a model now?
I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know that I need to trim my nose hair.
We got the macro lens out for this.
Okay.
So sick.
Yeah, that's all I need.
I'm so stoked to put this one together because it's kind of a mix of his style, my style, and for this video, Han's actually doing all the sound design before we even edit the video, which is crazy, but we'll see how it turns out.
Putting me on the spot, dog.
He's done it before, so he can do it again. All right, these guys finally finished up, so it's time for us to go try this out. Oh, and we found the piece.
We did found the piece.
When you throw everything in the back of the car, sometimes they never get found again.
All this mess.
Oh yeah, this looks so sick. Gives such like nice rustic old-fashioned vibes. How'd that feel?
Go fine. 3 takes, not too bad.
No, I'd say 3 takes is pretty good.
No, not bad.
And just like that, what is it?
It's a wrap.
We done. One take, natural. Location looks dope, people are dope. This is very big success. I'm stoked. You can tell by the smile, this is gonna be good. And that's a wrap for this video. So super sick, was super fun to link up with you. Thanks again for coming out with the car. And yeah, that's it for this. All the vlogs were fun. I like making these videos, so you'll have to let me know again if you enjoy this type of content, explaining some of the behind the scenes, but in a very non-produced, very casual way. I like just coming out, turning the camera and showing our process, the creative process, especially involving other creatives who are more talented than me in different ways. And that's about a wrap on this video. Thanks for watching.